Have you ever had a thought stuck in your head that you couldn't get rid of? Something that just kept circling through your mind again and again? This is how people with OCD feel every day. Today I'm going to inform you about obsessive compulsive disorder, or more commonly known as OCD. I've done research about this and have a lot of personal experience with it as well. Today I'll cover what it is, the common misconceptions of it, and the treatment and coping mechanisms for it. According to an article on internationalocdfoundation.org, OCD is a mental disorder in which those who have it get caught in a cycle of obsessions and compulsions. Obsessions are intrusive thoughts that produce anxiety, which is the first two steps in the cycle. What is OCD 2016? Some examples of common obsessions are worrying that you're going to hurt yourself, that you're going to hurt someone else, that you're going to cause something horrible to happen, and just terrifying thoughts in general. And then the next step, compulsions, are the actions taken to get rid of that initial anxiety. And once that's done, it gives temporary relief and the cycle starts over. Some examples of common compulsions are excessive checking, praying, hand washing, repeating certain phrases. And they can have nothing to do with the obsession, just with the anxiety. An example of this action would be an obsession for that. So maybe someone could be laying in bed at night worrying that they're going to cause their house to catch on fire somehow, which would cause them anxiety. And then a compulsion would be that they get out of bed and go unplug everything in their house. Maybe because they're thinking the cord gets hot and it starts a fire. And even though this doesn't really make sense, and they usually know that, but just anything to get rid of that anxiety. And once they did that, they would feel relief, but then they would go back and they would think, well, what if I missed one? What if my house burns down because I didn't go back and check it? Which caused anxiety. They get back up and check it, they feel better, and it would just keep going on and on like that. Now that I've discussed that, I'll discuss the common misconceptions of OCD. A lot of people think OCD is just strange behavior or weird behavior, or when someone's obsessed with something. And from my personal experience, I know people often self-diagnose. They think that, it's just means that you're organized or a perfectionist or a germaphobe, but in reality, it's really not. Like in this one, it shows a person with OCD being a perfectionist. This is the reality of it. This is actually a picture of someone who has the compulsion of washing their hands. They wash their hands so much they get scabs on their hands, and I've seen that happen before many times. So now that I've talked about common misconceptions, I'll talk about treatment and coping mechanisms. Probably the most common is therapy. That's usually the first thing they do. And if therapy doesn't work for the person or the OCD is severe, then they'll usually do medicine in combination with therapy. And sometimes that doesn't work, but a lot of times that will help a lot. Mayo Clinic staff, 2016. Then OCD is a lifelong problem. It's not something that gets cured or goes away. So you kind of have to deal with it, just learn to cope with it in your everyday life. Some general things that will just help mental stability overall: eat right, get plenty of sleep, and exercise. And then some specific ones that will help is to set a worry time, where you take 5 or 10 minutes any point in the day and save all your worrying for those 5 or 10 minutes. Don't worry at any other point during the day, just get it all out in that time. And then another one is to set limits on the compulsions. Like, if a compulsion is going around checking all the doors, and you usually do it like 8 times before you're calm, then you could say, okay, I'm only going to do it 3 times tonight. And even though it sounds simple, that one actually helps a lot. And now I'd like to close with the following statements. Today we discussed what it is, common misconceptions, and treatments and coping mechanisms. Hope I've successfully informed you about OCD. Thank you for listening to my speech. I hope that helps you understand OCD.